Well, there's this saying, a lot of people joke about it that if you want to join politics, just be ready that the day your mother was you know was giving birth, or the day somebody toasted your mother, you will hear the story that you never heard in your life. Things that some things that ordinarily, if you're not a public figure, nobody cares, nobody bothers. Everything will be revealed. But in Nigeria, they will call it winchons. Everything will be coming out. Nobody bothers if you are going to be, if you are nobody, or if you are not representing anything. You can imagine the case of Trump. Everything about him is being brought out. See the allegations levied against him. He's being found guilty of, for somebody who said she was harassed. And if you hear the statement or what really happened, you'll be wondering, what's he don't take now? This one they bring just now. The woman self don't who was accusing Trump of a whatever. I'm sure majority of you will know that. So once you are in politics, all of these things will be coming out. Nobody should be telling us that they are win chanting anybody. It must come out. You know that before now it was the issue of Tinubu, all these allegations here and there. It was only in Lagos. People were like, okay, it's happened in Lagos because he was contesting, or he contested to be governor and all of that. But everything died down there. Believe you me, every other person in other parts of Nigeria never bothered, because what's it concerned, they not be now Lagos now, make we face our own state. But now that he's going to be the president of the country, everybody is now interested. That is it. Everybody is interested. There's this another case after the revelation about his son Sheyi, who bought a house in the UK. Another story is coming as punishment for alleged crime committed. Tinubu's daughter escapes punishment for alleged crime committed in the US, according to David Udeyin. Well, David Udeyin reacts to that. Questions bordering on why the United States has failed to probe Bola Tinubu's daughter Zainab and Abibat for allegedly laundering cash in the North America country is trending. The questions followed Bloomberg's reports about Tinubu's son Oluwaseyi also paid an $11 million cash for a London mansion President Muhammadu Buhari's administration was seeking to confiscate as part of a probe into one of the biggest corruption scandals in Nigeria. David Udeyin, an investigative journalist, had also revealed how Tinubu's daughters paid $2.1 million and $2.45 million cash for apartments in New York as fresh graduates. In one of his articles, Udeyin wrote, two of the three youngest members of Bola Tinubu's family have managed to escape scrutiny, mostly because freedom of information in Nigeria is still more aspiration than fact. Not so in America, where a plethora of services can pull up all kinds of records, including birthdays, criminals convictions, and real estate transactions, especially real estate transactions such as the ones where a 25-year-old with no known employment or source of income was able to pay over this 2 point something million dollar in 2014 for a deluxe condo at 55 Berry Street, Brooklyn, New York, NY 11249. I think that's a postcode. Full and upfront cash payments. By the way, no mortgage or real estate transactions, where the 25 years old and 22 years old sisters who were fresh out of music school with no known source of income was able to pay $2.4 million cash to buy a deluxe apartment at 255 Houston Street, New York. Yeah. Okay, after reports of Tinubu's Sheyi's fraud-linked mansion made waves, someone said, "We are told that a deposit of over $10,000 dollars would have the IRS sweeping around you, told to declare money over $10,000 cash when traveling." So, excuse me, when I wonder how these monies are moved abiotic in cash forms, and the securities in the Western world keeps mute. David then replied, "You are asking the right questions because if you are doing anything in America that requires a transfer exceeding $10,000, FinCEN will be all over you and you will have so much paperwork." Yet, a 22-year-old unemployed fresh graduate was able to spend $2.5 million cash on real estate. Another concerned Nigerian asked, "Does it mean the US and authorities in Europe are colluding with criminal Nigerians to launder cash?" The international media company Bloomberg added that there were documents showing that Oluwaseyi's firm bought the $11 million London mansion. I think recently the government of Canadian government has said people from other countries and Nigeria, they will not be allowed, foreigners will not be allowed to buy properties in their country again. These are the things that have been causing this whole thing. Well, like I said, all these things are coming out now. Maybe some people must have heard about it, but it didn't go around. But because Tinubu is coming out as a as president, of course, a lot of things will be revealed about him. It is normal. If you don't want people to know about you, you just go and sempe in one corner. We know all the whatever. It is like that all over the world. Unless if your hands are clean, whatever they say, oh, concern you because you have done the normal thing. But if you have done the wrong thing, you see that everything will come out, no matter how hidden it is, no matter how it is. Well, the storyteller remember one day, now lie they lie I've been waiting. She and her father and others can only escape men, but not God Almighty, because wherever they run to, it is there. He is there and watching all of us. America wonder chop alone and die alone. Only the rich can get away with this bullshit. Well, US too is corrupt, blah blah blah. What is the importance of this news? Aid for Tinubu is too much. Developed countries are the greatest beneficiaries from very corrupt Nigeria. So they won't do anything to them. These are the same people accusing Nigeria of being so corrupt, but we stop at nothing to make from the loot. They can arrest Nigerians for other crimes, but certainly not loot helping their economies. If Ekoremadu was involved in money laundering, he wouldn't have been arrested. See, from Nigeria and travel to US or UK, you are free there. They are not better either. Okay? Like father, like daughter. When can we get it right in Africa? Africans are not qualified to rule themselves. Greedy rulers and criminals everywhere. Rats must give birth to rats. You don't even see where rats give birth to, what is it called? Give birth to human being. That is the case of Tinubu and his children. You are right. There are many criminals in Nigeria. I wonder how Nnamdi Okpara, Ujuku, and many leaders and their children from South managed to buy massive properties around the world without being questioned by those countries' security. All the criminals' ventures of a former president were performed under the nose of Bloomberg. Okay, yes, they couldn't report it, but he is busy writing to Nigerians about a Nigerian paying cash for a mansion in London. Bloomberg has been exploited by the Igbos. This one get problem. We get problem. Oh. Most people have lost interest. Yeah, Nigerians like putting corrupt people in power. Yeah, the more corrupt you are, the more alluring. Okay, well, luring you to Nigerians. It is very unfortunate. Britain is our major problem from onset. Nigerians can say the kind of persons Mr. President want to hand over power to, even after all evidence showing that he's a criminal of the highest order. Please, Mr. President, don't allow Mr. Tinubu and INEC chairman to manage your good work or damage your good work and save your name. That's too late now. He's part of them, forget it. By the time you go hear the one way Tinubu, Buhari children do, even in wife, you go hear when You think they're just supporting him for nothing? Even Aisha, Buhari knows already that he will not hand over to Tinubu or for where a query, but he's looking for a way to pull off his head. Really, it is now that you recognize the good work that President Buhari has done because you need him to do your evil bidding. Mr. President is criminals of the highest order, but he has not been arrested, detained, and deported from UK. Report from all around the world is telling Nigerians that the family of INEC President-elect Bola Tinubu is full of corruption. If Tinubu enters America as president of Nigeria, hope they no go arrest am for where? Arrest waiting. Nigeria will soon be auctioned, especially when a chap cat is now the one about to be securing the fried meats. Yes, Omale begets Omale. It is not strange, it is a generation of crime. Like father, criminal family, what a shame, what a disgrace.